Welcome back. It's so good to see you. I'm your host, JSPOT, and this is mostly a paint job. I'm here to show off a little something I've been customizing. It's near and dear to my heart. It's on one of my favorite models as the base, one of my favorite Gunpla models, the RX-78-2 Beyond Global. Now, there's a lot I forgot to mention in my Ken review, but this is Ryu, and Ryu gets extra love because he is Ryu. Main character gets love. Ryu standing here in his Hadouken stance. Hadouken, however you say it. You can see that, it's mostly a paint job. Little customizations I did, other than the obvious belt made out of claw plate and headband also made out of claw plate, are the hands. These hands come off of the RG Exia, but the real grades come with a very thin, very long adapter to go into the wrists. And this high grade, I don't know, it just doesn't fit right with even HGs, but it's still too wide for the RG pin. So I cut off the little ball, the nub that connects for the RG pin, and put on a high grade, and then did have to bore out the connector there. So something about the Beyond Global, they just use a slightly smaller than HG size, but not quite as small as RG. So I had to do that adjustment. If you look at my post that I made on social media for Gundamber, you actually see me do this one. I made a little collage to show that off. I even downloaded a collage app. So this is Ryu. Not really too much else to say. Let's break down his colors. And here you can see Ryu is mostly a paint job. Here, standing in that super nice, super turbo, and well, Street Fighter 2 super intro screen, firing a Hadouken directly at you. That first-person view of accepting plasma to your face. You can tell that he's absolutely downright fierce. Let's go over this paint. So Ryu here is mainly all white. I mean, his palette is very straightforward, but I didn't want to use just a white. So I mixed this here Rust-Oleum acrylic, just all-purpose paint, mixed with the Turbo Dork shifting sands. And I did probably about 40% of the shifting sands. And I mixed it in there just to give it kind of like a dingy hue. But what's cool about the Turbo Dork metallics is there's a bunch of little flecks in there. It's like they use like a glitter, so it stands out. And I think that's neat for this application because it's not just a color that's on him. It makes him look like he's dirty. Like he has a white gi on, but he's dirty, which is very true to character. So I had a lot of fun coming up with that and getting that balance just right, getting that paint on there, making it match all the way across. Beyond that, very simple. His belt and hair are done in Turbo Dork's Black Ice, and then his gloves and headband are done in a 3-to-1 mixture of Red Rum to Bubblegum Crisis, again from Turbo Dork. I did, again, 3 drops to 1 drop of Bubblegum Crisis. The 3 drops Red Rum to 1 drop Bubblegum Crisis to get this red. And what I was trying to go for there is, as I mentioned in Ken, the Red Rum is just a solid red when it dries. It looks like just a really good red. But the Bubblegum Crisis is a mix of red hue with the pinky hue, a dark pink, and the highlights of it, like when the light's straight on, has a gold to it. So what I was trying to do, and I think I got it here, is in the direct light, the red is going to look as if it's worn out, right? Like it's been beat up, it's scuffed up. His gloves don't have that brand new red appeal to them. So you can kind of see it here, especially with the lights hitting. It's very much lighter than like the red back here in the back or the red on his headband. And as you kind of move the character around, you see you get that color to kind of pop from different angles. That's what that color shift does. What these Turbo Dork colors do, and that color shift really makes that work. So if you're looking to do something a little neat, go a little extra mile, do something a little bit different, check out Turbo Dork's color shifting paints, acrylics. They go well. They work well on an airbrush. Until then, I think I got to end this one the same way I did before. Shoryuken time. Actually, you know what? I guess I should go ahead and say this is the second out of 3. This is going to be a gift for my good friend Robbie V. So, yeah, we'll see you in episode 3.